Good morning, everybody. This is Tim. It is Sunday morning, January 17th, and it's been a while since making a video. I've been a little busy since getting back from my road trip. Been helping some people out with some odd jobs and getting ready for the Arizona Libertarian State Convention next weekend, and also starting to get some things lined up for my next road trip to Orlando, middle of next month. And also considering what I wanted to talk about in this video, because this is a subject that is been a great consideration of mine for many years, and I've just noticed an uptick in the number of times it has been mentioned online recently, just paying attention to tweets and stuff like that. But it has to do with this idea of being open-minded, and that is generally seen as a good thing. You know, a person that is open-minded is somebody that's willing to consider other people's point of view and willing to do their own research on a subject and be investigative. And you know, I've almost never heard anybody use the term closed-minded to describe somebody or even themselves. But somebody did make mention recently that they used the word closed-minded to describe somebody as being hateful and intolerant and self-righteous and just all these really nasty things. And the reason that got me thinking is due to the fact that I actually consider myself a very closed-minded person. So that makes me wonder, what authority does somebody have to decide what is good and what is evil? Why is it evil to be closed-minded? Why does that automatically make somebody a hater? Because I'm not that type of person. And the reason I consider myself closed-minded is because there is a saying that says that if you don't take a stand for something, you're going to fall for anything. And if you're somebody who does take a stand for something, then you are no longer open-minded to those things that are antithetical to that which you are taking a stand for. Hex is one of those things I'm very closed-minded about. That's why I was able to buy T-shares for as little as 60 cents a piece rather than $160 like they are now, because I wasn't open-minded to all the FUD and all the other accusations that were being hurled at Hex during the launch phase. Now, somebody can say, well, this is just a matter of semantics. You know, you say potato, I say potato, but we both mean the same things. But that takes me back to the original question: who is to say what authorizes somebody to say, well, it's okay to be open-minded to this but not to that, or it's okay to be closed-minded to this and not to that, because if, you know, otherwise you're a hater. One of the reasons for bringing this up is that I remember the first time somebody had asked me what I thought about the idea of an open relationship. And I'm like, what's an open relationship? Because I'd never heard that term before. And this person went on to explain, well, it's when two people are boyfriend and girlfriend, essentially, but they agree to have sex with other people. I'm like, oh, swingers. And the person didn't know what the word swingers meant. But that's the term that had always been used to describe married people that have sex with other married people. And this term was used very often when I listened to the audio book of the biography of J. Edgar Hoover, who was the director of the FBI for a good part of the 20th century. That word was used numerous times in several chapters of that book because evidently this practice was very popular among people who worked for the federal government, including the intelligence community, during the 40s and the 50s. But it's interesting how the narrative has changed from swinging to open relationship. The term open relationship sounds a little more or a little less repulsive. But I told this person that, no, I don't think an open relationship is something that I would be interested in participating in. And she actually agreed with me. She was asking on behalf of somebody else who was actually involved in something like that, and she didn't believe in it either, so we actually agreed. But, you know, if you're not open-minded to the prospect of some other guy having sex with your wife, does that make you a hater, closed-minded, intolerant person? Well, according to some people, it does, because closed-mindedness is evil in the minds of some people. So, my point in bringing all this up is not to defend myself or to go on a rant about other people's point of view. It's simply to make the point that human judgments are futile. There's a statement that says, let God be true and every man a liar. And that is the point that I'm getting at, that human beings are better off not playing God and defining what is good and what is evil. It's like, let people live according to the dictates of their conscience. It's that simple. I guess what complicates it is when people are motivated by fear, they want to dominate people that don't do things as they do. And that happens fairly easy when you have a nation of people who don't take a stand for anything. They fall for anything. And people in that position are easily conquered. And you can see that being played out fairly clearly today. And at the same time, if you are going to be the type of person who takes a stand for something, and you turn out to be in error in that which you are standing for, it's going to be a lot more heart-wrenching than just being a doormat. And you'll find out that the people that are your closest friends are the ones who are going to kick you the hardest when you are down, if you make friends with people who are open-minded and who don't take a stand for anything. But at the same time, if you do take a stand for something and it turns out to be legit, that will galvanize you in a way that nobody else can imitate or duplicate or replicate or reverse engineer and appropriate to themselves, because character is not transferable. So, anyway, that's what's been coming to me for a long time. And this is an opportunity to put it all together in my head and put it into words. So, hopefully the girl that I've been talking to recently is not turned off by a closed-minded man, because that's the kind of man that will take a stand for a girl. An open-minded man is already plotting how to get in bed with the next girl, so be careful what you ask for, because you're going to get it. And that works the other way around, too. Open-minded women are already, you know, as soon as they drain you for all you got, they're already looking for the next guy, so have fun. That's what you're doing. So, it's a good day. And you all have a good day, too. and hopefully I'll see some of you in Orlando. See ya.